My wife kissed me goodbye, saying she was off for a girls' weekend. 5 hours later, my 6-year-old tugged at my sleeve and whispered, "Daddy, we have to hide." That was the moment I knew something was wrong. I checked her phone, then the security cameras. She hadn't gone on any vacation. She'd set me up. The front door burst open before I even had time to fully load the magazine. A boot cracked through the wood, followed by 2 more. Black masks, body armor. Tactical. Professional. 1, 2, 3 of them. Jamie clutched my wrist, but didn't make a sound. Smart. He gets that from me. I dropped to one knee and fired. One intruder dropped. The other 2 slipped into the shadows of the living room. I scooped up Jamie and rolled behind the staircase, counting footsteps like I used to count enemy movement from sniper positions. 12 paces to the hallway. 6 to the kitchen. They didn't know I'd built this place myself. Every stud, every vent, every blind corner. More importantly, they didn't know I'd been expecting something like this. It started about 6 weeks earlier. My wife came home smelling different. Artificial citrus and some perfume I didn't recognize. Expensive and bold. She acted sweet, overly so. Laughing too easily. Touching my arm like she was rehearsing affection. "I'm just tired," she'd say, but her phone kept buzzing. Then she started keeping it under her pillow. She even took it into the shower. Jamie picked up on it first. "Mom gets mad when I ask about her friends," he said one night. "She says you'll be angry." I wasn't angry, not yet. I got focused. I rigged up a silent sync from her phone to a secure inbox I'd routed through a hidden server in the HVAC system. Within days, the truth spilled out. She was cheating. But it wasn't just betrayal. It was conspiracy. The man she was with was someone I once trusted with my life. A fellow veteran. A contractor. The kind of man who forgets loyalty the second a check gets involved. The texts and messages turned darker. Plans, maps, financial documents. Then came the one that sealed it all. A message from her to him. "He's worth more dead than divorced." She was lining up the payout from my life insurance, preparing to win full custody of Jamie, and creating a fake history of abuse to back it up. She'd already filed bogus paperwork. All she needed was a corpse. But she didn't count on Jamie checking her messages. He saw something, got scared, and came to me just in time. I checked the security feeds. 3 shadows pacing near the porch. Their timing was precise, like a well-oiled operation. I opened the gun safe, loaded everything. When they finally breached the door, I was ready. The hallway funneled them like I designed it to. I made a noise in the pantry. One of them took the bait and turned his back. I was behind him in seconds. He never saw the blade coming. The knife slid under his ribs, deep and final. 2 down. 1 left. I heard the last man moving upstairs. Jamie stayed hidden beneath the staircase, just like I told him. I crept up slowly, each step careful, deliberate. At the top, I saw him. He crouched low, pistol raised. "You shouldn't be here," he said without turning. "Neither should you," I replied. He spun toward the sound. "Jason. My old friend. I didn't kill him. Not yet." He woke up tied to a chair in the garage, bleeding but alive. The wind screamed through the shattered front door. I stood over him, calm. "She told you she loves you?" I asked. "Said you had a future together?" He nodded, eyes glassy. "We have plans." "No. She has plans," I said. "You were just a tool. And now you're an exposed liability." I let him stew in silence while I forwarded every piece of evidence, messages, voice recordings, photos, blueprints, to her attorney. "You're bluffing," he hissed. "No," I said. "I'm already winning." By morning, Jamie and I were safe at my sister's. Then I returned home and waited. I wanted her to walk in, to see it all with her own eyes. The blood, the wreckage, the silence. She arrived hours later, wheeling her suitcase inside, expecting to find my body and a clean exit. Instead, she found me sipping coffee at the kitchen table. She froze in place. "Expecting someone else?" I asked. "Where are they?" she stammered. "Arrested. Charged. Cooperative," I said. Her expression cracked. I stood, placing a thick folder on the counter. Everything she never expected me to see. Her digital footprints, her betrayal in high resolution. "You wanted a new life," I said. Now you'll have one. Cold, clean, and all alone. She opened her mouth, but the words wouldn't come. I leaned in slightly. Next time you coordinate a murder for hire, I said, don't use your kid's tablet as a hotspot. That night, I tucked Jamie into bed at my sister's house. He looked up at me with steady eyes. Is it over? He asked. Yes, I said. It's over. Later, staring at the ceiling, I didn't feel rage or regret, only clarity. The thing that cut deepest wasn't the affair or the lie, or even the plot to end me. It was the strategy behind it all. The cold arithmetic of profit over partnership. She didn't act out of passion. She tried to erase me like a number off a ledger. But in the end, I didn't need vengeance. Just precision. While she spun a web of lies, I built a net of truth. And when it dropped, it crushed every illusion she'd crafted. No yelling. No chaos. Just quiet, focused retaliation. Justice doesn't always wear a badge. Sometimes it wears a wedding ring. Until you melt it down into something far more permanent.